Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello. So for the life of me, I could not get this wig looking any less grandma style and any more Taylor Momsen, but for the most part, yes, I'm very well aware that she has a lot more of a hot pink blazer or suit. This red coat was literally as close as I could get. You already read the title, I'm going to be reacting to the prerequisites and so it went. So far, black and white city, a guitar on a throne, more black and white, Taylor behind a throne. I'm just stating the obvious at this point. That's very Pet Sematary. There's some animal mask, just a Taylor crawling around on an all white setting. It's giving me a lot of Ava Max's Kings and Queens vibes. She's also got an Andrea Russell thing going on. Not that Taylor knows who Andrea Russell is, but the bra underneath the blazer. And it's obviously worn, shown. I definitely gotta say that Taylor's fashion has definitely come a long way from the way she used to dress with just a really long t-shirt with whatever graphic design, stockings, and maybe even a tight corset that was just down the bra, to a lot more of like being a lot more covered up. Just Kesha has a fishnet on her head. Very dynamic movements. I love how they got the throne moving around her, the children in the backgrounds from this environmental setting. And one of the kids just ripping the guitar. It's like throwing a musical tantrum. I'm loving the frequent cool tones, black and white tones, and all colour. Oh, that Tom Morello guitar though. Well, that is definitely kids today. I just finally had it with her fishnet cap thingy. Well, that's obviously it. So that was Prerequisites, and so it went. Love the dynamic of the very Pet Sematary kids with the alien masks with the animal masks. The black and white, very cool toned shots with the kids in the buildings, and Taylor all in black with the band. And then the last, and also with the war, I wouldn't know what era it is, but where she's wearing a black corset. I assume it's a black corset. Obviously you couldn't really see the rest of her waist, just the sweetheart bodice part, but the gloves and the fishnet cap on her head. Loving the element that was very cool toned, almost touching on black and white, and of course the actual black and white footage of her with the band like I just said, and the last scrap of colour with the pinstripe blazer, but the hot pink one, where that was giving me such Ava Max's Kings and Queens vibes. And the way that Taylor was dressed with the blazer sort of being parted just enough to see the black bra underneath. It was very Andrea Russell, not that Taylor knows who that the vibe it gave me. Obviously someone who does know, and anyone else who knows who Andrea Russell is, blah 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 blah. So I loved how very it's amazing how each artist can get very unique and differentiated with each music video that they do. I mean, there are some music videos that are just pure with the bands. Like, for a perfect example that just came to mind with Temptations, Shot in the Dark, that was just specifically in a very dark setting, with a bit of a spotlight shining on each of them. It was completely with all the band, it had no elements of being shot in the dark, well, not the action of it obviously, but any other music video that they've done, it's always been very environmental, you know, taking apart bits of the city or whatever, and making a music video from that. With Prerequisites, the latest song, of course, was 25, where it was centered around the background of New York City because Taylor is a New Yorker. And then there's, you know, in the bar as well, and then performing like a very black and white tie type of setting, performing on stage with the band, but then also having like the piano area to herself, like also on the rooftop with that gorgeous red dress, etc, etc. Like they had multiple different dynamics of the music video, so many different gorgeous outfits, and like it was a very, very glamorous setting despite the grungy type of song. And with this one, it was very almost robotical, like Taylor's movements, almost dance movements, of course sped up to give it that very alien movement, like, or robotical movement, like a robot malfunctioning. So I just absolutely loved every single. It's like three different Taylors, pinstripe Taylor, black and white, all wearing all black Taylor with the band, and Taylor with fishnets, stocking on her head, and you know whatever she's wearing down south, plus also the children. And although it was technically Tom Morello playing that guitar, clearly a kid just had a ball with that guitar. As you can tell, I don't know who Tom Morello is by person. I do know that he had a very distinctual guitar solo in this song, and I kind of figured, you know, when they were paused on the singing and the actual performing of the band itself, the guitar riff definitely belongs to Tom Morello. But it was, from what I could tell, it was definitely a child who was rapping that guitar. So it was definitely amazing to see like three different elements of Taylor, pinstripe Taylor, black and white with the band Taylor, and this very dynamic, interesting, robotical, alien-like with the fishnet stocking Taylor. Like I said, all music videos have a different aspect to them. Some are very environmental and so involved, and others are just far more band-like, or some even have like this vlogging at home feel. So, long rambling short, thank you all, well, skipping ahead of myself. This was my reaction to Pretty Reckless's and So It Went's music video. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I shall see you all in my future videos.